more easy for the layman, right? But if there was a debate between two chess people, I would not be able to tell who's lying.
About late game sequences, there's no chance.
If Stockfish is not there to aid the viewer, you can't tell. Like, the person just would not be able to tell. It just doesn't even make sense. Now chess is a little bit worse to use for this example because it is, like, not solved, but you know what I mean? Like, with Stockfish's aid and AI. You know, especially because, like, one game that AI failed to beat was StarCraft. StarCraft's one of the few games that AlphaGo or DeepMind, etc., failed to beat. It couldn't beat the top tier pros. It took years for DeepMind or whatever to beat No Limit Hold'em. Incomplete information games, right? So these types of things. Yeah, for some reason, telling people that they don't have discernibility is, for some reason, like, omega offensive, and it's just really strange. I don't understand.
I wish we had a third person, because I also don't understand. Because when I was bad at games and then my eyes were opened, I wanted my eyes to be further opened and further opened and further opened.
Sure.
I don't want to be right. I wanted to see the truth.
Sure.
And, like, so, GG.
Why are you laughing?
Do you think you've had the same hairstyle forever because you're autistic?
I like things to be similar. I like them to be familiar.
Also, if it works, it works. Bruh.
It makes everything easier. Like, generally what I like to do, for the most part, is I like to rotate the same, like, 1 or 2 meals, if I can. I like to always routinely drink the same things. I normally get into habits of, like, certain bedclothes that I will just endlessly rotate. My closet is like, honestly, I'm kind of like a fucking a female in that regard. Like, I'll go into my closet and say I have nothing to wear. You open up like 5 fucking walk-in things, dude. I'm like, ah, shit. Stuff like that.
Yeah, but if the pattern's not calling those clothes, they're untouchable.
Exactly.
Jeez. Why do you think Korea/China is so much better than EU/NA?
Man vs. Machine YouTube video explains it all.
One of the best. One of the best.
Yeah. It explains it all in depth, and it's like 2 hours. It's a 10-year-old video, almost 11 years old, and I go extremely deeply into why that's the case.
And it still has so little views.
Yep. It's actually, it's so crazy, yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, just on that same question, it's one Korean coach said that it's due to first having a view of the bigger picture while EU sees the game in the moment. And it's like, yeah.
Wait, repeat that?
It's on the same question. He says one Korean coach said that it's due to first having a view of the bigger picture while EU/NA sees the game in the moment.
I don't know who said that, but that sounds dumb. Sounds like post hoc analysis that isn't even accurate.
Yeah.
That just sounds really dumb.
We look towards the future.
Asia is always the slowest at strategical advances, and literally every single game that's ever played at a global level, and it's due to culturally, Korea and China dominate at games that they choose to play because of the machine, the hive mind machine of be better than your neighbor, right? And so it creates this bloodlust, this absolute fucking death and decay and rebirth
of refinement.
It's a machine, right? That's why the title of that video on YouTube is Man versus Machine. But at the very start of all games, the West is always ahead. And that is because of the freedom to ask why and how, whereas culturally in Asia that's not acceptable. Right. And so the strategical edge eventually loses out to the machined refinement. Let me go and get more gin. I'm still too sober.
God. Drugs are bad? Ooh.
I'm not gay.
We got a good one.
Brody don't pay for shit.
Chat, continue to ask good questions, even if they scroll up.
Hold on. What am I feeling right now? What am I feeling? Am I feeling a Red Bull and gin, or am I feeling an Earl Grey? Honestly, I think I'm feeling a Red Bull.
When do you leave tomorrow?
I can't say that, even if...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like...
Dude, I'm dreading this fucking Vegas trip. I am fucking... Holy shit,
I would
dude.
dread the flight so bad.
I am...
Chat,
This is actually probably, like, the thing that I have dreaded... I don't know.
It's going to be over soon. Chat.
Mostly because of what happened to me during the last trip, but also now I'm like... I don't know.
Anyways, chat. Doing an international flight is always terrible.
Fuck me.
Your first one's not so bad, but then once you've done 2 or 3, you just hate that plane.
Oh, where's my phone?
It's right here.
Oh, my phone's here?
Yeah, it's on the pillow.
Huh? Where? Oh. Okay. All right, what's up? Hit me.
What's 9 plus 10?
19.
He's autistic. All right. How to improve after plateauing?
That's so random. Okay. What's 9 plus 10?
Yeah.
Oh, I just answered that. I saw it again, sorry.
You
Okay.
saw it again.
I saw it again. Okay.
Never back down.
How
Number what?
to improve after plateauing?
Okay.
I mean, it depends in what way you plateaued. Usually people plateau because they've built up walls of how they perceive things should be, and they don't ever constantly actually evaluate whether or not it's accurate, and then they don't even begin experimenting with ways that are just totally counterintuitive to it in order to gain new perspective, like asking dumb questions.
Doing the worst thing they could think of.
Yeah, almost in a way, yeah, sometimes, yeah.
I free a lot of noobs from that. They get stuck in, they've been info-pilled, I call them. They watch these educational videos and they only perform the actions that they saw.
Yep.
And I'm like, do your worst, experiment.
Yep.
And once you give them a little bit of encouragement to play, not perform, doors start opening. Do you think Riftbound has the legs to last as long as, say, Magic the Gathering or Pokemon?
Yes. So here's my stance on Riftbound. So Pokemon, we know there is also physical evidence to the fact that Pokemon have a special place in certain people's like brains, right? There's like that one study. Have you seen that?
That's crazy. I sent it to you.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you sent it to me, yeah. So there's that. The thing about Pokemon is that Pokemon has probably been played by a couple billion people, would be my estimate, like over the course of the last 30 years. So for League of Legends right now, the amount of people that log in to play League of Legends, like the actual league, is around 130 million a month. Okay? Now, that is right now, modern day. TFT, I think, is 40 or 50 million, which is separate. And that does not account for all the people that have ever touched League of Legends. Then there's the stuff like, there's the expansions like Arcane, and like there's all these other types of things, and blah, 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 blah. I think there's a really good chance if Riot continues to do Arcane well, and stuff that I know that I can't talk about, and it doesn't matter if I'm 4, 6, 8, or 10 shots of Jin deep, I'm not going to talk about. There's things that Riot has going on that I think is going to go very well, and I think that all of that ties into Riftbound being able to have legs, yes.
The Pokemon study was insane.
Yeah. Oh, fuck, I think I put so much gin. I'm getting 4 shot right now.
Is the other guy AI? No. You're shut up.
Yeah, it's Super Grok turned into voice.
Yeah. As a late diagnosis autism and feels that everything is pointless and that I'm incapable, how do I navigate life?
I'm the worst person to ask, man. I mean, I talked about this, but apparently my mic was cut out. Like, I don't know, because I'm sort of right there with you. I am an ever receding. I have an ever receding line of options that are available to me, and I have been hemorrhaging money and efforts to figure out a way to manage my like sadness and my own like issues, right? And I don't know. I mean, I talked about this earlier again, but it cut out, right? Because I talk about Made, and I talked about how like that was something that I actively like looked into many years ago, and now like I know Canada is getting it next year, specifically for these criteria. I don't know, man. I have a really dark view on this. I've tried a lot of things. I'm always actively looking for things to fucking. I call it blowing money now at this point. That's what I say to my doctor. You know, I've done everything, right? T1 got me into private South Korean clinical trials for a drug that was supposed to be really helpful versus like, you know, treatment resistant type stuff. I have wanted there to be answers so badly, which is why, I ended up getting these super clinical diagnoses. Did my mic die? Or what? Why? Oh. You know, when I went and I did those 3 months of full clinical diagnostic testing, and then I publicized the fucking report because morons on Twitter and fucking social media and stuff, I wanted there to be an answer that I could make sense of, such as I have a cluster B. And I pushed back so many times, like, surely I have a cluster B. Or something like this, right? Like, I must, like, make it make sense. Give me an answer. And I just couldn't get an answer. I'm just depressed and autistic. I'm a terrible person to ask about this. And Sawyer knows this from like witnessing it, like when the cameras are off and everything else. And I don't know. I like to get into like really funny theoretics a lot.
Well, let's go back to when you were younger too, before you were diagnosed. Things that helped you along the way before you knew
fear.
anything.
But you're also asking you're asking the wrong person, because like there was the time in Korea at the bridge, which I've talked about, right? That's in the Score Esports video. That's in one of my own like talk throughs. So there's the bridge and there's the bridge above Gangnam. You know, before I went and played at the casino. So there's that one. There was also like there was another incident besides the bridge, like, and then there's the recording with my grandmother from the Thailand incident, right, in 2025. So for people that don't know, I had a Thailand incident where TLDR, I had a very legitimate reason to think that I was actually dying, and in my thoughts of death, I didn't feel fear or panic or anything. I called my grandmother and I felt at peace. And I left her a message. And I think about this message a lot because, you know, I brought it up to my doctors and like other things because I wasn't afraid. I was, to me, it was like finally, or like freedom, in a way. And it sounds very dark, but at the same time, like, doesn't mean I give up with anything. I don't know. And so this is why, like, you know, again, the mic cut off earlier. I'm very sensitive to, like, performative fucking virtual signalers on Twitter and all this other, you know, type of stuff, and people that talk about mental health, or they just choose to ignore elephants in the room, like Bwipo at Worlds that one time, when it was oh so clearly happening, or the way that, you know, the communities and stuff will treat certain people at certain points, lest we forget Wreckful, and like, you know, things like that.
Okay, so if someone had someone like you in their life and they wanted to help them, what would they do?
Don't know. You tell me.
Word.
You tell me. I'm over here
Okay.
fucking. How many, dude?
Let me give
the
one-
amount of things that I have left to try, I can count on one hand. That like my doctors have like basically said that like they think I have as like options. Like so, I have like psilocybin, which I have not yet been able to do. So I have psilocybin. I have what ECT, electronic cranial, electronic convulsion therapy. It's not, my God, I'm forgetting the.
It's like a magnet, right?
Yeah. Well, there's also EMS. Yeah. There's that. And then what's the other one? There's the helmet, which I'm trying to order, but it's like fucking hard. It's like the fucking helmet that's like 10K and uses fucking light and shit and whatever. And then I started doing HBOT because we believed that there was an inflammation component that was like present, right? But like, it sucks.
Yeah.
But it is what it is.
One of the things that you brought up to me too was how, with Max, he was also autistic, but then he met Emily.
He's undiagnosed.
He's undiagnosed.
For sure.
He's autistic.
Yeah.
I'll diagnose him.
He is, yeah.
All right, and yeah. So, but then he found Emily,
Yeah.
and that seems like something that works.
Yeah, but you can't count on that.
You can't count on it, but if people find or look for other people.
Yeah, I mean, you can also have HIV and get a bone marrow transplant and end up cured. Like that doesn't, like the guy did. Like.
Give him some hope, be delusional.
Ah, shit.
All right, GG.
Fuck.
GG. All right, what was your happiest moment of your career?
I see a lot of ink blots at once.
Let's do top 3 happiest to not have you rank order them.
Joining T1. Added to League of Legends. Max winning LCS.
Max winning LCS?
Yeah.
Huh.
Other things that I would say that aren't like, they're in, like, I see them as ink blots, is like Griffin getting into T1. Nemesis getting his flowers.
Now, when you say these things, observing your autism, I feel like you would feel them more intensely than like, oh, I'm happy for my friend. I feel like it's something different. Is it?
I feel like a really rapid journey. I feel like a really rapid flow of like ink blots. And I just see a lot of experiences that led to it.
So the whole story plays. Like a movie?
Like a really fast, sped up movie, yeah.
It sounds almost like when people die, like when their life flashes before them.
Something like that. Everything goes real quick.
Okay.
Yeah, the ink blots go real quick.
So you get a nostalgia?
Yeah, I get a nostalgic type feeling too. Because I go back to where it started. So like whenever I think of Max, I think of this fucking Harry Potter idiot showing up when I have a fucking eye surgery. And because of that, I'm too fucking CBA to help him go get the Goshi one and kick him out. And so he ends up at my fucking house. And then this dumbass is losing games in low diamond. And it makes me so mad that I start playing League again to help him. And then,
And the rest was history.
Yep. And then I was really happy that me and Max, we had a talk. So in between, you know where we walk? You know where CU is? Mm-hmm. That green road type thing?
Yeah.
Okay. We were in there at one time, and Max basically, we were having this talk, and it was about how, like, how he feels like he could never do anything to, like, negatively harm me in esports because of how much I was doing for him at that point. And I said, nothing is ever like that, right? And we had this conversation about how if it ever came to him, no, never mind. Honestly, I shouldn't talk about this. Yeah, I shouldn't talk about it. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. That came to, yeah.
Hey, can I find LS speaking on Echoes of Helia on karma and overall itemization?
What?
Echoes of Helia on karma.
I don't know. Did I talk about that somewhere? I don't know.
No. That's the question.
Okay.
Nothing to say?
No.
GG.
Oh, I'm sad. Don't matter how stupid it is.
No stupid questions. The only stupid thing to do is to not ask this stupid question.
Correct. Or you got one? Give me a hit me. Hit me. Hit me.
So I hate
Hit me.
the stupid ones just jump to me. You know, they sparkle to me.
I bet they do.
What's Fiddle's best role?
Fiddle's best role.
I have my answer.
It's probably. I mean, I think it's probably top or support right now.
I would say support.
Yep.
Top disruption, it's hard for top to achieve. Yeah, okay, finally a good question.
Hit me!
Where's part 2 of Man vs. Machine?
At this point, it would be too actually physically painful to probably make it unless I'm like somehow in like some weird flow state or like really drunk, so that I'm like desensitized to the other sensations, because I don't know. The issue is that when I enter into talks like that, the negativity in my mind gets so overbearing that, yeah, makes it hard.
Ooh, it's not in chat, but was there any games throughout, because you were effectively forced into playing certain games like StarCraft and Hearthstone and League, was there any games that you feel like you missed out on or would have liked to participate in their prime?
Maybe unironically Pokemon, like VGC or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe unironically, because I feel like that's a genre that I could learn and that I could apex like really quickly. And I'm not familiar enough with everyone inside of it outside of like Wolfie, but even Wolfie, I'm very ignorant to actually what goes into Wolfie. So it's just immediate thought. I guess it would be Pokemon, because it does have that fascination. Yeah. And it has something that I do like, which is it does have a luck factor to some extent.
Mm-hmm.
That obviously tilts me out of my mind when it happens to me, but at the same time, yeah.
It has the randomness factor. It's an entirely different scene, man. That's so, you know, like I'm thinking StarCraft, brutal life. Pokemon,
Yeah, I mean, I think I could
flowers.
reach the top of like Pokemon in under a year or like something like.
But imagine it back in the day before all the internet and before things were solved, you know? I
Oh yeah.
I feel like your engine would
Well,
take over.
I was so much further ahead in the past than I am now. Me and Max talked about this last year. that like 2018, 2019 me versus like modern day. But then again, a lot of that is because I'm not the same person anymore.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not the same LS. I'm not Oma anymore.
What was that?
One-man army.
Oh. Will Cassante support ever replace Alistar? No. All right, next question.
Cassante is our maxing W second when they should max E second.
Okay. Yeah, any more hot takes like that?
It's not a hot take.
Not even
just
hot
go and
takes,
fucking
just-
read it. Just
yeah.
go read his abilities.
Any more what they should do? Just rapid
Bunch
fire?
of dumbasses in pro play, man.
Let's get some rapid fire, like Anivia shouldn't put a point in ult or something
I mean,
that you saw from
there's
Wiki.
just a bunch of fucking things. Like, there's just so many things. Like, Zoe's best role is support. Cassante fucking skill order's wrong. Vayne also shouldn't put points in silver bullets in a lot of cases. She's max condemn. Because the rotational thing that I was also explaining on stream like the other day.
Another one?
Fucking, I don't know, man. Like, Azir should go call. Instead of going recurve bow, you should go dagger plus call. Like, and then also maybe put some points in E. Like, there's a lot of champions that should have 3-3-3 in skill orders, not one ability max first. And people don't realize that either. And a really good way to look at it is how their combo sequences play out. So, for example, if a combo sequence typically involves all 3 abilities, which, like, who's a champion that you notice that is almost always the case? It's Malphite. And that's because of how his CDs line up. His Q and his W and E are almost always up simultaneously. Almost always. Which means that they should just be evenly dispersed rather than just jamming one. Because then you lose options.
Mm-hmm.
By having them all evenly dispersed more, you gain options. Like things like that, right? From like a 4D sense. There's a lot. There's just so many things. People are just dumbasses. The thing is, I can sit down completely mentally fatigued 4 months late into a season and then somehow sit there for 17 hours, be completely fucking just blasted by hour 7, and somehow, like, I'm thinking to myself, how is no one talking about this yet? And I'm just getting mad reading it. Because I'm like, what are you dumbasses doing? Everyone's just a dumbass. But then it's like the thing that we talked about the other day on like why there's not someone that fills the gap. And it's because of was it on stream that I talked about it?
No, I wasn't on stream, but
Was it with Scarlet?
yeah.
It was with Scarlet, yeah. Yeah.
Favorite alcohol?
I'm just a really big fan of vodka and gin because they get the job done. They have the least calories. Thermogenesis, obviously, with the least calories is just good. And then there's like other benefits. I mean, obviously, all alcohol is bad for you. True. But I almost always drink gin and vodka. I never mix colors. So if I have a day where I'm drinking gin, I will not drink whiskey or other types of stuff. My favorite tasting alcohol is Disaronno, which we call the Joe Marsh drink, because Joe Marsh introduced me to it. So Disaronno and like ginger ale, Disaronno and cherry coke, things like that. But yeah, gin and tonic is probably just my go-to for 0-calorie tonic, and then just gin, because you get the most bang for your buck. It's just the most efficient.
It's classic.
What?
Low calories, best economic value.
Yep.
Min-max my
Yep.
alcohol.
I min-max my alcohol too.
Favorite current WWE wrestler? Nice.
I don't like WWE. This last WrestleMania really sucked. So, not a big fan. Not a big fan.
Okay, what about all time?
All-time favorite wrestler?
Mm-hmm.
Kane.
Oh yeah.
He's the most misunderstood. Kane and Vegeta are 2 of the most important characters to television in history. They are. They're anti-heroes.
Without Vegeta.
Without Vegeta?
Yeah, without Vegeta, what is Goku?
Yeah,
What
and
is the whole
yes,
story?
yes. But Vegeta is what people really are. Goku is their fantasy. Vegeta is who humanity really is.
You know, you have a video on the Street Fighter movie. You remember that? You say a lot of similar things about Ken and
Yeah.
who's the bad guy in Street Fighter?
Akuma.
Ken Kuma.
Ken Akuma, Ryu, Sagat,
Ryu.
and
Careful.
Vega. Yeah.
Careful with that other name. Do you think people that aren't in apex tiers can come to the correct conclusions consistently through answer-seeking behavior?
Apex tiers don't tell you anything
Of course.
about the person's cognition or how much they know. All that it tells you is that they've mastered executing and identifying similar pattern recognitions. Some of the dumbest people I've ever talked to in League of Legends are Challenger.
This isn't a question, but someone says it's really interesting that so many of your happiest moments are of your friends being happy / winning something. We are similar in that way. We care about someone else before we think about ourselves. And
I'm at a point.
My perspective on that is that what I've seen with the autism and that it feels so intensely. And then for you, you've lived like that for so long. You've expressed to me how you live vicariously through others, but also that it's almost like when you help someone, it's better. It feels better for you than if you were to achieve something. That's like for anyone. But
Well,
what do you think?
I don't want people to suffer the way I did or do. And then also, I don't know. I just really like seeing like people I care about do well in ways that I wish I had someone to help me but didn't, in a way, right? So, like in recent years, right? Like, I mean, I don't know, sometimes I'm even like at arms, right? Like Ninky Gwen's in the other house and I was just anticipating there's gonna be some dumbass that's like, oh, Ellis made this tweet about stopping to help boot campers and there's another boot camper there. Some absolute fucking idiot. And it's like, well, his brother did me a huge fucking favor at a Riftbound event. Like a crazy fucking favor. And so like by proxy, he's not like a boot camper stranger the way that my post was, right? Because I had probably like close to 200 people come through my house in the last 12 years that I like lived with me to save expenses in Korea, would translate for them, take them to the hospital, like fucking whatever, right? And for me, there was also a lot of growing pains. Like I used to be a major stickler financially. Like major because of my toxicity with finances because it was instilled in me at a young age, right? So like even some of my like really close friends in the past at like various points, like Max, Nemesis, whatever, right? I used to nickel and dime on stickling, like expenses or like whatever, right?
You would instill a fear in people, right?
Huh?
You would instill a fear like
Almost,
not
kind
actively,
of.
but like
Yeah.
just
With
by
like,
your behavior where it's so atypical where you have to the dime what it costs. Like,
yes.
and
I'm
they're
like,
well,
actually, this meal costs this, like, yeah, or like whatever, right?
yeah.
I used to do that, and then I managed to break away from that in recent years, and now like, I mean, I'm sure you're fucking witness. I just order for everyone all the time. That's all I do.
Which would never happen in the past.
It would never happen in the past.
Nope.
But now I look at like what amount of money I have, and I realize I'm able to do the time leap of how many years I would have to spend this amount. You know what I mean?
So it's not even like you got to an emotion, because most neurotypicals would be like, yeah, he just got to the point where it's cool with it, but you're doing an exact equation in your head.
Doing a crunch.
The engine never stops, guys. How much can you bench?
My peak was I did 100 kilos, but when I did my super cut, and the photos are on Twitter somewhere, that did drop. I did lose the ability to do 100. Or I just had like a really good day on the 100 or something, and maybe it was, I don't know. But that was my peak. I'm not like that right now.
Which arcane character do you see most of yourself in?
Combination of Jinx and Victor.
Yeah, you look like Victor.
Sickly and handicapped? Like what?
Yeah, get that laser attached. Nemesis question or no?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, let's go. Based on your relationship with Nemesis, any chance to see him in pro play again?
I don't understand.
Like, would Nemesis get a chance in pro play again?
Nemesis should get a chance.
He should.
I mean,
But
he
will
got his
he?
flowers. I mean, I don't keep up with so much nowadays. I mean, we don't talk, right? Like, I've reached out and I've tried to write messages and whatever, but we don't talk. I don't know. I mean, he should get it. Hey, the question is would he ever want to? The reality is that esports winter is so bad right now. It would have to. Well, if he got a chance in pro play in Europe, and like because I think the mass majority of his viewers are all European and stuff. I think if he got a chance in Europe or Korea or like something like that, because Korean time zone is pretty good for Europe, he could do well, and it could make sense both competition and stream wise, like content wise. And Nemesis is really smart, and he also has survivalist instinct, which not many streamers and people have, or he has the ability to tap into it. So yeah, I mean, nice. Nemesis inspired, and like players like that are just they're just crazy valuable to this team. Fuck, my balls were freezing. Oh my god, I didn't even realize. I'm like, what the fuck?
Nice, man.
Dude, it's fucking what the fuck? All
right. What is LS's favorite Pokemon? Finally, a good question.
Because you misunderstood.
Gengar misunderstood. Okay, top.
Gengar and then Mimikyu.
Okay.
Probably at this current point.
One of them's like, what's stopping you from diving into Pokemon now? It's like, obviously you're consumed, but you, when you would play a lot of Pokemon Showdown, like bet games, you played with top players, correct?
At one point I did, yeah.
For crazy.
And random battles.
Random battles, but crazy amount of money, guys. Stupid amounts for a Pokemon game.
Yeah. It's easy to attract top players to do random battle bet games because there's just no money to be made in the game. So basically, I can buy my way to playing versus the best.
Your mic's dead. Switch. Oh. Sheepard. Okay. Huh.
What?
One of them says, I wonder if LS was ever interested in speedrunning. I always wondered that.
No.
Like,
well,
with your
time attack was one of the things that my uncle taught me as a kid. Mm-hmm. We used to do it on Super Punch-Out, and we used to do it on Castlevania, Symphony of Night. So it was Super Punch-Out, Castlevania, Symphony of Night. He used to teach me about...
You're good.
I'm good? Okay. Yeah. He used to teach me about... We used to call it time attack back in the day. So, like, I'm familiar with it. It's just not intriguing to me.
Because a lot of the similar, like, speed everything, hyper min-max is in there, but there's not the competition aspect. What's the difference?
Competition where you're side by side with an opponent and you're playing against each other. Like Tetris and stuff, I don't know. Stuff like that's just not fascinating to me. It's just not. I don't know.
And you can't expand why?
I want to be able to influence.
The other person?
Yeah.
Or the game?
And I want to be able to influence the other person in a way that they can't lock me out from doing.
That makes sense. Because when it's just,
God. Dude, I think I put like, I think this is 3 shot. I think this is my 5th shot of gin. I think I've reloaded.
Okay. Q on cooldown or no? Ulti up?
Ult is up. Curtain
Full
call.
build?
No. Hit me with it. Hit me with some LOL Hit me with some LOL trivia.
Some LOL trivia?
Yeah, like question about a champion or something. Like.
Okay.
No. Like, you know how like you sometimes randomly ask me like, what's the cooldown on? Like,
You just want those right now?
No. I'm kidding.
I mean, just one.
What?
Scion's W cooldown, rank 1. Tism test for everyone in chat.
22?
Let's see. 15.
W?
Yep.
Oh, what the fuck?
Yeah, nothing on him's a 22.
What am I thinking of? I don't know what I'm thinking of. 22. W.
I am not AI guy. I am a surgeon. AI guy. I might as well rename to that.
I am a
Imagine.
surgeon.
Imagine. I would do great in the algorithm.
Love it.
Any hype for possible Flash versus J-Dong finals?
No. I just want to see Flash win. God, I'm so depressed.
Alrighty, feel free to ask more questions in chat. Feel free.
Oh, Sanch said he had a question.
Yeah, go ahead and find it.
Sanch had a question. I don't know. Hold on.
He's gonna troll you 1.5 million%. Exclamation point autism.
I said sorry to Sanch. I didn't have disc open. All right, what's his question? Let's see. What the fuck?
Do you want to ask Chad a question? Do you want to ask Chad a question?
No. Sorry, Sanch wasn't a question for stream. It was unrelated. Okay.
Okay. Whoa.
What?
It's an easy one, but what do you think stops average people acknowledging current professional play is not fully optimized? Is it just ego?
What? Repeat.
What do you think stops average people acknowledging current professional play is not fully optimized? Is it just ego?
Well, they can't discern.
Yep.
They can't tell that it's not optimized. And that shouldn't be offensive, and yet it is.
Most broken champ at a moment in league history. That's a good one. the most broken champ in league history at a moment. Like, what was the strongest champ at a moment?
Ever?
Ever.
I mean, barring like instantaneous, barring instantaneous hotfixes, it might, like, okay. Or no, like, it was that Skarner.
Oh, the old Skarner?
The old Skarner.
Like Smithy?
No.
Okay.
It was like season 8 or season 9. He debuted with something like almost 70%. They like changed stuff about him. The crystalline thing where he'd like shoot it out and it would generate a stack on you and he could proc it.
And then stun.
And stun you.
Yeah, old Skarner.
I think that was honestly probably the grossest thing I've ever seen. I don't think that, I do not think there's been a stronger champion than that. I think you could not lose with that thing on your team.
CLG.
I remember I was like 24-0 on it. Because I was in my like 18 hours a day of league mode. And Korea, of course, doesn't read the patch notes or doesn't read anything, so I'm just getting Skarner every game.
Mm-hmm. But that's why I say CLG. Smithy went on a tear with that champion. That's when they were.
It was so broken.
That's when Rick Fox watched them at the finals. Like Smithy annihilated, and then he left. Old Skarner. What do you think of Faker's performance recently? But have you even been watching?
I don't watch consistently enough right now. Oh, shit.
What do you think about the item actualizer? It seems grossly misunderstood and is way closer to other mage items than is perceived.
One second.
He CC'd. Okay, we finally got some good ones though.
All right, give me some good ones. Sorry, I'm talking to Sanch. Yeah, go ahead.
The hell did I just ask? Not a trick question. Oh, what do you think? Wait, no, that was something different. Okay, let's just go to this. Zaka7113 wants to know, should I go on a walk?
Yes, sure.
Good.
I go on so many walks. I've been averaging 20K plus steps a day for like the past week.
Blue or Zerg or Protoss?
Zerg.
Okay. Medu forever. What to do if I feel like I'm wasting my potential in life, even though I'm in a pretty comfortable position overall? I just feel trapped in a way.
Not enough context. It's irresponsible for me to answer.
You can't give a general advice.
I can't. Of course not. Because it's so vague. There's nothing, you know, like I'm not a therapist. I'm not a, you know.
You couldn't, okay, what about for him, how to get unstuck? Too vague?
It's too vague.
GG.
Because it would be no better than just going on TikTok, putting that into your fucking algorithm and getting a better answer.
Motivation flaming. Goes right back. Just Google it, man.
Fucking do what I do. Start talking to Grok. Jesus.
Uh. What hair and skincare products do you use currently looking good?
Oh, 1 second. What? What?
What hair and skincare products do you use currently looking good?
I don't know if that's sarcasm because I think I look like shit right now. I'm homeless. But like, skincare, I just use a regular fucking moisturizing mask after showers, and then I do H-Bot, and then I do Sculptra every 9 months, and then I do LDM once every 3 months, and then I do PRF once a year. Also, I got the antibacterial like scrub thing. Like, so it's not a loofah, but it's like something that bacteria can't grow on because it's made with like silver, or like it has silver infused into it, or something like this. Bacteria can't grow on it or can't live on it.
Like you have silver in your skin or what?
No, like the thing I wash my body with.
Oh, it's just
And
a
like,
wash.
no, it's a scrubber.
Mm.
I don't know what it's called.
Oh.
Basically, bacteria can't grow or survive on it.
That sounds super rich, like a silver loofah, but that's not exactly
It's
what
not,
it
no,
is.
no, no, no. It
Yeah.
has like it infused in, like, yeah.
Huh. Like in the past, a silver spoon, a gold spoon. Those were surely better.
Oh, I think the idea about garlic in the past, or how it would ward off vampires or like sickly things or whatever, is because garlic has a lot of like good properties as a food.
Mm-hmm. That's how everything was told back then in stories.
True.
True.
Oh, I'm getting depressed. The ink blots are getting big.
Who on FlyQuest is the most willing to take in your feedback, and who is the most reluctant?
Gakkos. I talk to Gakkos the most. Gakkos and then probably Quad.
Who is the greatest non-pro player you've come across?
Greatest non-pro?
Yeah.
I mean, I think when I watched his gameplay that Drew Toot's crazy. I think Drew Toot's absolutely insane. Because it seems Drew Toot's one of the very few players that, even including Koreans and like other pros and whatever, that it feels like he's in a conversation with the game, and that in and of itself would be like an entire topic that I could ramble for 30 minutes on. Drew Toot just seems so crazily good in so many ways, and that's without trying. So like, in terms of a non-pro, I guess it's Drew Toot, because I'm not gonna like, yeah.
It'd be cool to see Drew Toot play another game. He posted about playing some game on Steam that's similar to like a Slay the Spire, where it's a roguelike, it seems, like a card game. And he's put a ton of time into it, but I'm not sure how hard it is. Oh my god, do you think AI will replace coaching in the future?
No. There will be coaches that learn how to use AI.
Chungy.
AI assistance is the future, the same way that our phones are the future.
Mm-hmm.
Our phones are an extension of ourselves. Ultimately, we are cyborgs via phones, but they're external hard drives. But the same way that calculators and all these other types of things used to exist, but they've all been compartmentalized into this small device that we all carry around in our pocket, and now we can use, and now AI and like all these other things, there will be people that learn to accept that AI exists and learns to utilize it to enhance themselves or to augment themselves, and exist in that way, and then there will be the fucking anti-AI, like the fucking those idiots. I don't like fucking dumbasses.
I'm
like,
big on that one. Because I use them for my thumbnails. It just speeds up the process. It's the exact same result.
AI is not going to kill the actual talented artists, because what will emerge will be AI-assisted artists.
Yeah, it's another tool.
Yes,
Just like
that's
you're
it.
saying.
That's all it is. That's all it is, fucking
Okay.
morons.
This guy might be on a Smurf. Weird Guy 759. What can someone do to try to influence the league scene to arrive to better conclusions? I've been trying it with tweets like Frozen Heart and Randuin's tweet, but I'm not sure if it's the best approach.
You can try to do what Tack did, which was apparently become the most profitable esports bettor, and in doing so has stuff that I can't talk about publicly go on, kind of. You can do stuff like that. Like, the problem is the league scene operates from the position of they require you to have a pedigree in some way, because everything is appeal to authority, everything is a popularity contest. There is no discernibility. So you need to almost fake it till you make it in some way. Or not fake it till you make it, but actually make it in some way that means something to someone.
It's always been the case.
Huh?
You have to achieve something. Then you become something. And a like boiled down version would be like become a one trick, become the best at this champion, you stand out.
Yeah.
I'm a Mal's main. Is it over?
It is.
Nope. Yep.
Shouldn't play mouse. Oh, shit.
What is a piece of media that changed your life in some way?
Piece of media that changed my life in some way. I mean, I guess Zella's First Nada, Core Hall of Ceres. Seeing that fucking that VOD changed my life.
Mm.
Because then it made me search and find out about Korean pros, and yeah.
Bing, bada boom. Where did you see it? Like a random website?
My uncle's friend's brother linked it to me.
And if he never linked it,
Yep.
ruh-roh.
Yep. I'd be dead.
Tasteless has a similar thing where he had to like dig through like Korean websites with random characters.
Yeah, yeah, YG Clan, Yaoyan, and all these other sites, yeah.
Mm-hmm. The best non-pro, someone said Nick Itch, you know. It's a close second.
Yeah, I mean, the thing about Nick Itch is that, like, how do I describe Nick Itch?
Well,
Nick Itch is essentially Broly from Dragon Ball. Like, that is...
Yeah, like someone that
he's
no
the
one
legendary
can be.
Super Saiyan.
Like, where you say other people can't discern, we can't discern Nick Itch's skill. So,
exactly.
How can you describe
While
something?
we can visualize a 4D realm, Nick Itch operates in at least the 8th. Like, it's...
At least. I can't even count to 8 right now. Ooh, okay. Best way to improve at League by watching and how to watch effectively.
I don't want to. I don't want to answer it.
GG.
Yeah. It's too long.
Your uncle seems cool.
Yeah.
How lucky is it for like every kid like that? Like
What?
Ninki, he has brothers that like are involved in games.
Mm.
I didn't have that, and I always felt like when you're playing a game solo in your room, it's not as cool.
Right.
When you're talking to other people, then things just start popping out.
Right.
Everything becomes more interesting. Whoa. What do you think about making tier lists for each pick phase? B1 or R5 tier list,
It's not
for
the way
example?
draft works.
Yeah.
Because it suggests that there's somehow a location for when champions are picked rather than the overarching idea of them. So it's such a simplistic view that it suggests that even the question being proposed means you don't actually get what draft has going on. I don't mean that in like an offensive way either. Like I realize that maybe the way I say it sounds like weird, but it's just like I don't know.
Once a piece is put into place, all answers change.
Yeah.
So you'd have to make an
Every
engine.
variable is constantly computing in a way. Like there is BIS lists, which is essentially what the guy's asking.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if these champions are present, let's go down a BIS list, right? Like, you could do that, yes. But then you can extend it further based on the team that you're playing against, right? Or like their tendencies. And then you could extend it further into the players' tendencies. Then you could extend it further into what are you trying to do in the fearless setting for game 2, 3, 4, and 5. These are all variables no coaches are fucking thinking about. Fuck you. You're a dumbass if you think that they are. Like, I've been like, it's just so sick, man. Draft is so fucking stupid. B1 me vi. Like, it's just like, fuck.
Okay.
Actually, so stupid.
Do you have any thoughts on
You know
like...
what? Actually, I want to say this, by the way.
Go ahead.
One of the most interesting things that I have thought about at several different points randomly that I still don't know what was going on. So it's an encounter with what I would say an encounter with genius, if you want to explain it, right? It's one of the very few times in esports that I've relived a moment trying to understand or trying to process how the person did it or like what was going on. Not in a way that like I'm confused or shocked, but rather just impressed, right? It was at Vegas, it was my round versus Prismat in Riftbound. And there came a point where I asked him to count his deck, but he already knew that by me asking that I was trying to calculate his odds and outs to certain cards. And he just told me how many was left in his deck before I even grabbed it, which meant he was already calculating it. And I was so fascinated that I've rethought of that moment and I scanned his desk and his board for ways that he would be tracking it. And there was nothing to my apparent eye that was denoting to me that he was tracking it. And so it was all going on mentally. And I was just so impressed because I'm like, there's no one like you in League. Like, so like I was enamored by the moment, actually. I was just, I felt, it made me turn on like mentally for a second because you don't get encounters like that. Or I just don't see it. And so I was so fascinated by it, as well as his cleanliness with everything that he did. It was just so... That is probably one of my favorite in-game esports moments ever.
Really?
Yeah. Like, actually ever. It's so vivid in my mind. Because I tried to replay it, looking for anything that I missed. Like, I definitely photographed his board, and I photographed the surroundings after it happened. Because I was like, what's going on?
Can you give me like a League equivalent? Because I'm not exactly following. Is it like someone counting an exact wave or like every single step?
I don't know. It was so... I felt it. Like... It was one of the emotions that bypassed my like ink blots, and I felt a visceral physical response. Not in like a shocked or like scared way or anything, but rather like
Woke you up?
Yeah, woke me up. It's
Yep.
like, oh. It's like that was cool. It's honestly in my like 22 years of esports, that is easily without a doubt, it's in my top 10. Like moments ever. The number was 12. It's not a hard number, which is also another thought process that I've considered, but still, the number was 12.
What was it? So He had to know the exact number of cards in his deck.
I went to ask to count the cards in his deck so that I could do a hand range merge of the possibilities that he would be holding certain cards based on his previous turns. But he could infer that simply by me asking to count the deck, that clearly that must be what I'm trying to get at. And he just answered it. And so it was so fast because of how fluid it happened. And so I was impressed because I felt like someone was seeing, I don't know, I felt awake.
Mm-hmm. But
Like it woke me up is the best way to describe it.
Is it more than like he had so many cards in his hand, he had played
It's
so many?
not that people don't do this. It was
the
moment itself was so impressive to me because I wasn't expecting it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, like it was so fast and high level and automatic.
Well, because it was cloaked. It was also cloaked. Mm-hmm. Like nothing prior to our interactions or our engagement or anything would lead me to believe that I'm about to encounter this.
Yeah. I've only had a few like vaguely similar experiences when I was at a card shop as a kid. We could play out.
I gotta pee, but I have to leave my mic here because otherwise you might hear me urinate.
Amazing. Anyways, for chat. When I was a kid, I would go to the card shop and then we would get very...
I should have gone to the bathroom and I should have started playing the P. Diddy audio.
At the card shop, I would play... Me and the other like kids there would play an entire game of Yu-Gi-Oh! Without saying a single word as we would move the cards. And then as soon as like you would barely flip a card, then like everyone knew exactly what to do. Like the next three like things that you had to do in Yu-Gi-Oh! Whether you remove a card, whether you draw, etc., etc. So things like that happen very fast. Alrighty. Now guys, think of some real good questions. Something to wrap things up here. As if a story is coming to an end, what you would want to know before that story ends. And my AI, no, thank you. Something that you could ask an autistic man, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. AI prompting us. Me personally, I'd probably ask something about the StarCraft times. League of Legends is one thing, but StarCraft was like such an intense, like insane timeline, at least in Korea, in my opinion. No matter what people try to do, you cannot replicate how those StarCraft guys were living in gaming houses. It was absolute insanity. Do I really sound that much like AI? Am I tweaking? Someone asked if he's gay. Now you're getting it. Now you're getting it.
Brody don't pay for shit.
Put that shit back.
My balls were frozen.
Make you feel something different?
Huh?
Make you feel something different?
No.
I haven't had cold balls in a long time.
My balls were frozen, dude. I didn't even realize, because, like, I guess it's, like, happening so subtly with the fucking frozen drink. Ah, shibai. All right, what's up? What else?
Are you gay?
I'm not,
Okay.
unfortunately.
Yeah, we needed that one answered. Do you want to be?
I realized a long time ago that being gay was the new college degree, so.
Yeah, I heard you have a husband, so it's kind of conflicting
Nope.
information.
This is not it.
He's just a tax write-off.
Yep.
There's also too many, like,
What? Dumb questions?
that I sound like AI. Yeah, a lot of dumb guys in here.
Yeah, get them in. Let's just do a few more, because I'm starting to get fucking blasted by this.
Yep. That's what I asked him, to ask something that would wrap it up, like a nice story.
Oh my. Okay, I
I
caught
mean,
it.
it's like, so on the thing you were just talking about, how is it different from card counting in casinos?
It's not different. Again, I think people are misunderstanding it. It's not that, like, the skill itself is, like, something that someone wouldn't do, right? Like,
So you're not talking about that he just knew the number. What was it that stood out so much?
no, it was also that he knew the number, but it was that he must have been doing it to that point, but there was nothing to denote that he was doing it. But also for me, it was just so unexpected. But also it felt like it felt like it was a frequency almost, in a way, right? Like it was like,
Ah,
do you get it?
he's on the gamer frequency.
He was on the same. It was operating. Yeah, it was like if I asked someone to count their deck, they might have an idea of what I'm trying to do, right? Or like they might be dumb and they might think like, oh, he just wants to know how many cards I have left. Super basic, right? The next person might think he wants to know how many turns I have left, right? The next one is, I don't fucking know. Like, the next one might be he's trying to calculate draw possibilities. Then the next step is, oh, he's trying to calculate possible odds of certain cards being in the deck based on cards engraved or something, right? And then, finally you reach the point, which is the hand range merging, which is combining all of that and then factoring in previous turns and likelihood of certain holdings based on all of that combined.
So it's because he was at that
He was already
level.
at the end. And so, but he could realize that that must be what I'm trying to seek.
So he got to his end and your end.
Yes. And so it was so unexpected, it woke me up. Or not, it not woke me up, it's like, what is a analogy?
I just think of the JPEG of the guy where he's slouching in his chair and then he sits up. No?
Well, no, I don't know. Let me hear. In LS fashion, it's like the DBZ thing. Have you watched DBZ? Mm-hmm. Okay, so like, I don't know, like, fuck, I'm trying to think. No, have you seen Loki?
Loki. Nope. But go ahead for chat.
In Loki, in the season when the Jonathan Majors character, what's his name, Kang, when initially he like tells Loki that to let him know, when he's like, here, I'll just play the clip, because it's basically Kang wakes up, in a way, because he realizes that Loki gets it. He realizes that Loki gets that Kang gets it, that Loki gets it, that Kang gets it.
I see.
And so he adjusts in the chair, in a way. So like, hold on, let me find it for you. Is it this?
What's the worst that can happen?
Wait, let me play it for you. Loki rewinds time, maybe?
Okay, chat's complimenting me now. I like it. Succulent dictation and pronunciation.
Shorts.
It's It's also reminding me of like in action movies, like when both people realize something changed in the fight, and then they run to like what has to happen. He's CC'd. He's CC'd.
No, I'm trying to find it for you. Because it accurately actually does depict it.
I'll change the. Okay, let's try it. What's your?
Fuck.
I was just gonna. Some problems with. And the TVAs are already out there.
Fuck. I think we can't play the audio on stream, so you gotta mute. Because fucking Disney's stupid.
Just won't play it near the mic.
Wait, hold on. Wait, let me use TikTok actually instead. Wait, give me a sec.
What did you do? Just. This isn't the first time we've had this conversation. How many times have you been at this? What did you do? Oh, come on. You're not telling me you haven't learned how to pause time. And what makes you think?
Yeah, it's this. Here.
So he replays like, I'm assuming like he.
Yeah, but his reaction. Did you know what I mean?
Which one's reaction?
Oh my god. Oh my god, fuck. Oh, I'm gonna drop my drink. All right, look. His reaction.
See.
But anyways, yeah. So it's pretty much just that. I mean, it's really rare that I feel like I have that reaction in esports. You know what I mean?
It's rare for anyone, but
Especially
also
because
like
it's a
someone.
card game, which is just a battle of wits. So it's just all mental.
But then, like knowing you too with card games, you go so fast to the end, it's infuriating to like play against.
No, it was really exciting. I don't know. I mean, that was my only one encounter with him. I don't know. I trust my intuitive machine very well, and I would say that he is one of the most unique people I've ever encountered in esports. My machine reading it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Like he made his own systems rather than.
No, not that. I was just extremely impressed.
So, in the similar vein, do you think that do you get those sort of feelings from anything outside of games?
Yeah, when I witnessed it,
Is it a different like
no,
sparkle
because
in
the
games?
pattern itself is not about the game. It goes beyond the game.
I know.
It breaks the fourth wall, right?
And then everything comes together.
Yeah.
Okay. Are your lungs okay? Are you dying?
Yeah, it's in remission.
Be smooth.
Again. But the scary thing for my lung disease is that I think the average life expectancy with it is something like 9.5 or 11 years. Somewhere in that range is the average life expectancy with it. Obviously, I got it when I'm younger, and so the life expectancy probably factors in people being older. But when it relapsed last year, it was really scary. So yeah. Also, the scariest part about it was like we were coming up on the end of my medication and it wasn't clearing up in images and then blood work. And the doctors were like legitimately telling me, because also at that point I was dependent on the medication. I was also dependent on the inhalers and everything else in order to like just do like daily activities. I would get winded and I would get fatigued really fucking fast. And also I could not work out. I remember one day I tried coming back from the gym and like I was just so winded and I was so weak, I had a complete mental breakdown. Because I was just like, what the fuck's going on? And that was probably in September. And then I don't know. It just took a turn around October, and I started improving. And yeah, it's back in remission until it wakes up again. So I mean, we'll see. When it's in remission, basically, it's just not detectable. It's the way to, you know, it's kind of like a cancer or like something. Like it's so cancer adjacent, like literally. But like when it's not woken up and it's not detectable, it's as if it doesn't exist. But then
you don't feel it at all.
no, there's no way to feel it. It's just not there, basically.
Oh.
Like it's you know. Oh.
Will you do some other streams with Raynor?
Rainer?
Yeah, StarCraft player.
No, probably not. I guess we can do this for like another 15 minutes and then.
Any tips on how to get out of genuine piss low elo, even if I've been stuck there for 5 years?
What is Pislow?
Let's say iron bronze.
Iron bronze? If you're an iron and bronze, all you have to like you just go and fucking play single player. It's literally it. You just play single player. You chase CS metric because it's the most single player thing that you can do if you're a laner, and you also just chase CS metric as a jungler because if you can't hit that CS metric on certain junglers, it factually just means you're not kiting camps correctly, you're not clearing correctly, and you're not there on their respawn timers. That's literally it. And you don't need to overcomplicate it. That is the most layman's fucking terms explanation. And if some dumbass tells me there's all these other variables to consider, no, there's not, man. Because you're playing versus irons and bronzes. They don't even know they're playing. Like, fuck.
It's my specialty. I coach iron to like platinum dads. And when you make the game real simple, you know, then they don't have to, they're not overwhelmed by all that there is. So when you focus on just your clear to start, then you can start seeing more of the game.
Yeah.
And when you show up there, congrats, you're stronger. Versus worrying about everything all the time. A gym bro would have explained it like, oh, you want to get bigger? Eat more.
I'm not gay. Oh, yeah, well, unironically, yeah, it is like that.
Right.
It is like
But
that.
then, like, they're searching for an answer like, no, the perfect creatine or something.
Yeah. No, I can't just eat more. I need to be eating these actually macro dense things. Shut the fuck up and put that cake in your mouth. Like,
Eat.
holy shit.
Lift weight. Eat lot.
God.
If you could use more of those terms instead of being atypical, sometimes it would just be a slam dunk on people. Do you still like/use the MTG colors for categorizing League of Legends champions?
I still see them that way because I don't see them as colors. I just use the colors because that's the word that supports them. If that makes sense. God, I'm so drunk. Oh.
Can a champion can you change a champion identity by building different items?
Of course.
Of course.
What? That's self-explanatory. You can make Malphite go from just being a Warden tank to an Enchanter. Warden. Like...
Or a burst mage.
Or a Burst Mage. Yeah, I mean, like, it's an easy example. Fucking... Yeah. You can make Syndra with, like, full ability haste spam versus glass cannon one-shot. Like, they're two different things.
What is your take on the co-streaming drama? You kind of already touched on it.
I already sort of touched on it, but, like, it's also just so wild when you consider, like, what Twitch even is. Like, Twitch started because people started streaming video games without licenses from the games or the developers in the first place, right? And then you have all these other people that have done so many adjacent things to that for years, like myself, when I used to do VOD reviews of, like, professional players, or you have, like, fucking Midbeast, use replays or VODs, or, like, there's so many crazy things. The co-streaming stuff, again, I've already touched on this. It's not the problems of the co-streamers. The co-streamers are slowing the bleeding of the problem, right? Even if the main broadcast would have a percentage more or higher than if the co-streamers did not exist, the total number would be lower, right? So when this is the case, the real problem is on pro players. That's actually fucking it. Just on pros. Because there's no narrative, because pros don't make the narrative, because they're all husks.
A lot of people are saying more...
But then also, at the same time, look, when I was a co-streamer, I tried to always have different guests on, variety of guests. I always tried to retweet their tweets. I always tried to make them, tell them to make tweets, make content, post YouTube videos, do all these other fucking things, grow your fucking brand. And I did that with, like, Nemesis, right? Sanch, way back in the day. Crowny, way back in the day. Fudge. I mean, literally, when I met Fudge, I don't know how many Twitter followers he has now. I think when, like, me and Fudge, like, stopped, like, doing everything, he was, like, at 40K or, like, 45K, and now he's at, like, 55. Like there's just nothing, right? Like, there's nothing, because he didn't follow up. He didn't follow through, right? If Fudge streamed in 2020, 2021, when he was a part of, like, that group, Fudge would have had 2 4K CCVs. And if Fudge would have made short-form content, kept streaming, etc., he would have generated an audience instead of whatever the fuck he has now. You have Blabber.
Here's an example, actually. In C9, when Rush was on C9, he was a meme. He was a meme on, like, his personality. And when he started streaming, it ultra took off, and he still has a stream
exactly,
because of it.
yes. And then also, like, okay, Blabber is considered one of the best junglers in the West.
To this day.
Ever.
To today.
But then regionally, if not for Inspired, he would just be considered the best of NA. Like, ever. If Blabber turns on his stream, how many viewers he gets?
1,000 question
No,
mark?
way less.
Less than 1,000?
Yes. He has, like, nothing. But also, he never tweets. He doesn't do anything. And that's the best jungler that the region has. Like, what are we doing?
Let me play devil's advocate. If there was almost like an agency or something.
Pro players are dumbasses because they perceived it as them being above the sport and not that they were lucky to be a part of the sport. They're two different things.
Right.
You're not ever above the sport unless the sport is just so fucking big it can't fail. But clearly it was failing.
Now I'm thinking Undertaker in WWE, where, like, he was so lucky to have that character given to him, and then he put in so much work to, like, make it work in hard years and whatnot.
Yes, and nowadays in WWE, even if you're a fucking piss random, you actually get gifted a pretty fucking nuts audience. Just because the sport is so big.
And auto-accumulates it.
It auto-accumulates it for you, right?
But
what's going to happen when WWE goes into a dark era? When WWE goes into a dark era and it doesn't auto-accumulate it for you, holy fuck.
Or if it
well, that's what John Cena is. That's why everyone holds John Cena in the regard that he did. Because he saved WWE through the dark era. He solo carried it. I don't know. I was the one that made the fucking high tide raises all ships fucking
I remember
comment.
that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was the one that always believed that fucking collaboration should happen. And fucking people should be retweeting. People should be pushing for all these other fucking things,
It
right?
happened
Like,
for a little bit, and then it stopped.
oh my god, man.
Okay, but
People are fucking idiots because they're all parasitic. They're all transactional fucking retards. Stupid fucking apes. Absolute stupid fucking transactional retarded apes. That's all that they are. They're all parasitic. No one's actually friends with anyone. No one. That's the also craziest thing to me, by the way. All my StarCraft 1 friends were all still friends. Because we just had a different type of bond because we weren't above the game.
that's what I see
Dude,
outside
it's so
with that game.
crazy, man.
And I actually get jealous.
The scene is so cannibalistic. Everyone wants to kill. Well, the other thing is that post-COVID, especially, it was correct to be a hawk. Do you know the hawk and dove video?
No.
Anyone can search this on YouTube right now. It's an 8-minute video. Absolutely amazing. Helps you understand everything that I'm saying right now. Go on YouTube, search hawk and dove simulation. The video will come up. The correct play was to be a hawk. And so if you were to try being a dove, it would have only worked if hawks did not exist. But the issue is that there were just hawks, and so it just didn't
GG.
matter. Just didn't matter. And then also, I made a lot of mistakes and errors because I was ignorant of myself and my emotions, and like I was, I was juggling too much at once. I wasn't as aware of my emotions as I am now, to the point where like even if I am being toxic or like malicious, I'm able to understand why, and I'm able to verbalize it, right? I'm able to talk through it, or like even if I'm like breaking down, I can verbalize it, right? Like I can openly talk about Made, like earlier in this stream, right? And I can just be like, it is what it is, right? So seems so fucking stupid. And the other crazy part is people just don't even know the half of it because they don't know what goes on behind the curtains. And you get glimpses, right? You get glimpses when you see things like streamer fucking twitlongers. And you get glimpses when you see all these streamers that were just touted as these super like even the fucking Sykkuno thing. Sykkuno things, oh my god, even that thing is like just so hilarious in so many ways too. Or like just how quickly everyone turns on each other. Or like how some people won't turn on each other too, but then they'll backtrack. I don't know, man. Everything's so dumb. Fuck, I'm too many drinks deep. How are you?
Hi, how are you? Do you think that League could ever...
Oh, that's Jeffree Star.
Anyways, I was SpongeBob, but anyways.
No, it's not. It's
Hi, how are
you?
ya?
Jeffree Star.
It might be the same guy. He might just work a day job. Anyways,
Okay.
do you think that League players could ever operate in the positive way that you think that you're saying StarCraft players did at the end?
No, they didn't do it at the end. It's just weird. Well, StarCraft 1 players are like this. StarCraft 2 aren't. I mean, talk to Sasha.
Well, that's what I see with the old StarCraft videos. Like, everyone was in it with each other.
And we still are.
Because there was this
Some of
bonding.
my best friends to this day, or like one of my few confidants like in life is Nyokin. One of the same people that used to flame and condemn me and like was a part of like my fucking witch hunt and ban. Like, and now he's one of my best friends. Like, I don't know.
But it was such a brutal where everyone had to get through it together. Like, they're either in Korea, they have to figure it out. Like,
So that's
things are
probably
always
the
in
next phase of
motion.
League.
Well, then things would get better, no?
Well, it would be more. So I think that phase is coming. So if Riot moves LCS and LEC and all these other things online, and things become open circuit, and the well starts to dry up more and more and more and more, right? And like League just becomes like different. Like if Riot shifts the focus of League of Legends and like whatever, then yes, camaraderie and family and all these other things become infinitely more important. I think the social bonding and everything else becomes important. But the problem is that when we're talking about young adults, we're talking about people in their 20s, 18, sheltered, etc., no real life experiences, got really good at games.
Probably
because they
autistic,
were,
probably
like,
ADHD.
all these other types of things. We're talking about these problems that were never explicitly addressed, and so they never grew up. Like, I didn't grow up. I'm emotionally stunted. Both from the autism as well as the path that I walked in life, right? So I'm my physical age, and then I have my mental age, right? And then obviously sometimes people have a physical age and a mental age that exceeds their physical age, right? They have really high EQ or emotional intelligence, or they're extremely mature, like all these other types of things. For me, I have like the stunted part, and I totally am aware of that, and that's like fine. And by being cognizant of it, I can. What did my? Oh, I thought my mic died. There's like other things about that, and that's okay. But yeah, I mean, I think that era, that period of League is probably coming.
For
At
the
some
best?
point.
Question mark.
No, I don't think it's for the best because of the nature of Twitch.
The nature of Twitch?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
One second. Oh. People are dumb. But then also sometimes. Oh, never mind. You hungry?
Not right now.
Really?
I could eat a little something.
What could I order? Let me see.
Oh, I have chicken right there.
What?
The bucket of chicken.
Oh, you got that. Okay.
Yeah, we're good.
All right, I don't get to order then for you. It's okay. 뭐 먹지?
Those StarCraft guys, though, and like where I see everyone's relationship, it's so once in a lifetime special.
Really is, yeah.
Don't you feel like something about that, like, because you got to be a part of it,
What?
of StarCraft.
Oh yeah.
And everyone's
Dude,
life.
we were like, we were all each other had.
Mm-hmm.
In a like really weird way. Well, also we were all still fucking young. Like I was the baby, because I was like 12, 13, and they were all 20. They were all like 20 to 24, right? And I was like 12, 13.
Here comes this loud autistic kid
Yeah,
causing a
well,
ruckus,
yeah,
thinks
yeah,
he's
yeah.
hot.
So like, but they were all kids themselves. But like,
It's a different world back then.
if you were to ask me how many League of Legends content creators, streamers, or like players, etc., are still gonna be friends 10 years from now, holy fuck, I think like barely any, man. And also it like mortifies me because I have like this perception of people, or like these principles where like I operate in a certain way, and like I don't know. I feel like I have a pretty good relationship with Nick Itch or something. Just because like he's lived with me now like a couple of times, right? And like we've had like so many serious talks and stuff, and like I still don't even know, even with Nick Itch. I still don't know. And I have like this weird like I have this really weird thing where I cannot talk to you for 5 years. But if we left on this note, we will restart on this note in my head. Because you're just that color to me. Or like you're that tune, that image, that ink blot, whatever the fuck you want to call it. And it's so weird to me, and I realize, I get shocked when I like realize that other people obviously don't operate like that.
Some can,
Some can, yeah.
especially guys, but
So, well, some can, yeah, but like, how many people I like?
but then to play devil's
Max
advocate,
will always have a near blank check with me. You know what I mean? Like
a near blank slate or near blank check.
near blank check, right? Like Max can call me any hour of the day or time or night if there's like an emergency. You know, or like
Oh.
anything, right? Like there's a couple of people that would obviously have that, like that I would extend that to, right? But at the same time, you know this, and like I'm sure fucking, like I think a lot of people know this. It's just not set. Like a boot camper could message me at 2 a.m. in Korea having an emergency, and I'd show up,
Right.
even if it would never be talked about. It
to
would
me, that's
never be
obvious.
talked about.
Yeah.
Right? And I know this because it's happened. And in fact, someone that I did that for, taking or helping them with a hospital, they went on to flame me. And that was one of the most eye-opening moments to me in the creator space.
Huh.
I don't even know if you know this story, but that was so crazy to me.
Well, I never
That
considered
they
it.
didn't have anyone around. They didn't know what to do. They reached out to me. I dropped whatever to help, right? Fucking, and they went on to flame me, and over nothing, over completely nothing, like the most wild Twitch, fucking Twitter clickbait shit. And I'm just mesmerized because it's like, who are you? What is your character?
Well, I never considered it where you came from the StarCraft family, effectively, into this.
Kind of, sure.
Yeah. Huh.
But like, for
But
instance,
what's
someone
their
could arrive
character?
right now at Incheon Airport, have an issue, message me, and like, if I see it, I'll help.
Mm-hmm.
But there's an image of me that doesn't match that. Just like within the scene. It's just so weird. But I gun to my head, most people just wouldn't do it. And it's so weird because I don't know if people think it's like egotistical or like weird that I would say that, but I just know that it's true. No one, they might see it. They might see the fucking pop-up on their phone, their Twitter notification. They're just going to put their phone down. Like,
Or
that's just
be
how it
like,
is.
I don't know, man. Or like, here.
Something dumb, man.
Hope this.
Fucking Christ, man.
Hope going here could help you. Good luck.
Kiss yourselves, Jesus. So stupid. So crazy. People are such dumbasses, my God. And the public, too, that gobbles it up. My God. That's the other thing, man. When's the curtain get pulled back on some people?
When will the curtain be pulled back?
Who fucking knows? Well, they're all waiting for the right to raid. That's what they're waiting for. That's what people are always waiting for. Or the right to riot. Why did I say right to raid?
Raid Shadow
Raid
Legends.
yes!
All right.
Just sneaking an advert.
Pay for the flight.
Pop-up flashes on stream. And we're back, Twitch Prime. Wait, does Twitch Prime even exist anymore?
Yes.
It does. Okay.
Well, I see the icon in chat.
Okay.
And oddly enough, they're not subscribed right now.
Fuck. Dude, I stopped asking for subs and I turned off. I have not used alerts for subs or donos in like almost 3 years because people accuse me of just being money focused. And I'm like, no, man, I have millions. I do not care.
But it was the exact opposite. You were like
It
money
was being
fearful.
used to weaponize. It was being used as a weapon against me that just wasn't true. And so I went to the most extreme length that I, in my mind, perceived that I could go to show that's not the case. Still pops up, though. But by the way, do not conflate this or confuse this. If I were to receive an absolutely ungodly sponsorship offer to do something super dumb that will help others around me and of course I will do it. Absolutely. Like, I don't know. Fucking, I don't know, man. Fucking people. Dumbasses. Shibai.
I mean, one of them's like if you spent any time on Warcraft 3, but surely not.
No. Warcraft 3 doesn't appeal to me.
Ooh. If Grubby invites you to a Warcraft 3 tourney, would you participate?
Probably not. I know it sounds weird, but yeah, probably not.
Grubby's such a good guy.
He is. He's really good, actually. I've never had a negative encounter, and I've almost never heard a negative thing that was like sounded legitimate. Does that make sense?
Him and Tyler 1 did a lot when when Tyler was playing Warcraft.
Yeah.
And it just showed like so much of that guy's character is so beast.
The other thing, although I do have a weird thing. I generally think that if a person has a polarizing reputation, that it probably means they're a good person.
Grubby has a polarizing one?
No. I'm saying like as an aside to the fact that like I've never heard anything negative, and I've never had a negative counter myself because I've interacted with Grubby a few times, because back in StarCraft 2 when he like swapped, but I have a general thought that if a person is like abrasive or polarizing, I lean very heavily towards the person's probably like good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Pretty much have the same.
Yeah. Because an actually evil person typically would not let themselves be polarizing. They would learn to play the game.
They'd mask it.
They would mask it, right? And
like psychopathically blend in.
yeah,
things
exactly,
like that.
exactly. Unironically, yes.
Yeah.
That's why, to me, polarizing or what's the word?
Juxtaposition.
No. Polarizing and controversial, to me, often means good. To me, it often is synonymous with a real person and a good person.
And when someone really stands
Not
for
always,
not
but
always, but when someone stands for something too, then they have to take damage effectively.
yes.
To
When
uphold
someone
the
is
good.
really good, I almost view it with it's just not what it appears. Not always, but
Was Brood War Esports more fun to watch than LoL Esports?
yes.
Yeah, no. Because you still watch StarCraft.
Yep.
And
You see it. Yep.
Well,
I tune into all the events.
Yeah, you watch it like all regularly, not all the time,
Yeah.
but like.
Sometimes I put it on when I eat. I also watch Artosis casts on YouTube, like random stuff.
And that game is old as dirt, and you're still like, I gotta see it.
Yep.
Flash is playing real shit.
Yep.
So do you ever get anything from watching those games?
I'm always thinking, well, now I view it from a different lens. I try to see maybe what they're missing still.
Huh. Brood War. It's cool because that game will last for a while because it's almost like I akin it to like a baseball or something here, where like a pastime sport.
Yeah, in StarCraft, it's absolutely crazy. Like in South Korea.
Mm-hmm. All right, chat. Your last question to ask the best question. The last question. You
The
could
last?
be the
Yep.
last one. Let's see it. Before there was no stupid questions. Now it's best questions only. Don't mess around. Nice. Finally a good one. Why are you gay?
Why am I gay?
Yeah. Why
Oh
are you
man,
gay?
I don't know.
Is it
I
a
mean,
choice?
I'm not gay. I'm actually bi. Also, there was like a really weird thing. I'll tell this to chat because I thought this was really interesting. When I was so basically my stress got so severe that I was prescribed Manjaro to control my binge eating. Because I was binge eating and I was eating about 5,000 calories a day. And so I was told to look into a GLP-1, so I was prescribed Manjaro. And when I started taking Manjaro, I thought this was the weirdest fucking thing ever. Because normally my attraction from male to females is like typically like 90-10 or like 95-5. But whenever I'm on Manjaro, it's actually like pretty 50-50.
What
It's
the-
really weird. Yes, it's really
Turning them
weird.
straight. That's what I like to
It's
hear.
really fucking weird. And I brought it up to my doctor and I'm like, what is going on? Why do I have more why do I have more like male to female thoughts than I normally would while I've been taking this drug? But as soon as it ends, as soon as it tapers off, it completely dies. And it's the weirdest, most consistent thing that I'm able to do. And he just said that it's all like hormonal and stuff. Because I am like just legitimately bisexual, but like for some reason, if I'm on Manjaro, I'm really close to the 50-50. I'm like very, very close. It's so fucking weird.
That's so crazy.
But then the other thing is that I also noticed that my male type also expands. That's also like really weird.
But you're still probably getting on like into more feminine guys.
Well, I prefer I guess my male type is like swimmer type. Like I consider myself also like, well, I consider like my Twitter, the photos that I uploaded or something, that's like a limit. Because I'm 5'11" and like 5'11", what, 145 right now? And I consider myself like at a limit.
What does that
So
mean?
I would either only want the other person to either be nearly identical to me in size.
Oh, like they can't be
Dimensions?
bigger?
They can't be bigger.
They can't be bigger, can't
No.
be too smaller.
No, they can be smaller. Like that doesn't matter. But like, I consider myself like
And
I have
then-
like the Korean culture stuff. I have the Korean culture
Right,
stuff.
but then on Manjaro, how does it change?
Manjaro, so okay, it allows it to be closer to just identically me. Whereas like normally if it's identically like my dimensions or like whatever, it's like an
Oh.
exception. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. On Manjaro, it's like totally fine if it's like identically me, or like something like that. If that makes sense. Is that weird? How does chat? How does chat react to the?
Well, the chat's saying you're not gay, so
I'm not gay. I've been telling you.
how many years?
Oh fuck.
How many times? Okay, guys, last chance for the best question ever. Go ahead.
The co-streaming drama is a diversion from the real problem that is pro players. Oh, that isn't a co-streamer versus broadcast question, but rather pro players still don't understand it's a viewers first sport and that viewers are the most important. Pros have okay, there, I just tweeted it. Oh, kill me! My mentions are gonna fucking drive me over the edge. All right, we done? Any question? Last chance. I need another shot.
I'm not seeing any great questions.
All right. You got until I get my last shot. Oh, Shibar. Oh, Shibar.
LS last shot.
Last shot, dude. Honestly, for like this being my 6th shot of gin, I think I was pretty fucking lucid. No? For this being 6 shots of gin in how many hours?
3.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you did the whole StarCraft thing.
Huh.
Without a slur, without a mid. That's what's funny about you being drunk. It's like, it's still like perfectly articulated, but then there's still like a little stupider because of the because of the sauce. And then you just instead of getting mad tilts, you just be like, ah, you fucking idiot. Like,
I'm fucking.
like a mom that's just pissed about it. Your father is just so dumb. I'm gonna wake up tomorrow with him again, and we're just gonna keep doing it.
Oh, fuck. Fuck, man. Why am I low-key? I'm low-key an orphan. Fuck.
You're low-key what?
I'm an orphan. Fuck. Sad.
All right, let's round it out with this one.
All right.
What is the best atmosphere in esports you have ever been in? Have you attended any LoL games personally beyond casting?
Atmosphere?
Yeah, atmosphere. Like if you were on a team, the place you were at, things like that.
I mean, in my memory, it would just be fucking MVP, like, before. So it's when it was MVP, white, red, and blue. That's when I meant Imp. I guess it would technically just be that.
What did that look like?
I don't know. It was just me and Imp were, like, best friends. We were just fucking ate together, breakfast, lunch, dinner.
You're
If we
like
went to the
kids,
mini mart.
kids living
Yeah,
as
we
pro
were.
gamers.
Yeah, we were. I mean,
Nothing else mattered.
yeah, like nothing. Like, Imp's like what, a year and a half younger than me or something? Like,
How old were you guys at the
something.
time?
Yeah, he was a year and a half younger than me, right? So like, I was like 19. Yeah, I was 19. Imp was a year and a half younger. Yeah, like that was probably my favorite period. And then I think like, I mean the worst, which still is like, you know, we got like a year to go or something. I mean it's C9, so it's yeah.
Okay. So then, what did a day look like at that MVP house with Imp? You wake up.
So, if I didn't wake up yet, Imp would wake me up. So there was that. But also, me and Imp shared the same bed. Gay.
Gay.
We shared the same bed, and also it was like a twin bed. It was actually probably about. It was probably about a little bit bigger than like what I'm sitting on right now, like sideways. Right.
Gay.
Gay.
That is so close.
Yeah. No, I mean we would unironically cuddle.
But,
Like gay, because it's Korean culture.
Right, right.
Not not like
but-
cuddle, but like.
But he was straight.
Like
That's just how they did
our
it.
bodies would be touching. Yeah, our bodies would be touching, like in a way, like I don't know how to
Lazily
describe-
laying on
well,
each
no,
other.
sometimes we did on it because in Korean culture it's not gay for
Yeah.
guys to hold hands and stuff or like whatever. There were actual times where yeah, that like, just like from a Korean cultural sense. I don't know. So me and Imp had the same bed. And so if I didn't wake up yet, he'd wake me up. Or if I was up, then, you know, I'd just fucking go to my PC or whatever. He'd wake up. He'd come over to me. Nick. Nick. And he'd like motion to come because he's going to go smoke or something, right? And that was it.
That's not the whole day.
No, but like, so he'd go smoke. He'd fucking vent his frustration about his solo queue or one of his teammates that he doesn't like. Or like something, right? Go to the mini mart. We'd eat our fucking breakfast. His diet was amazing. It was half a mini bowl of rice, a Red Bull, and cigarettes.
I can see how he won a world
that
championship.
was Imp. Yep, that was Imp. And then
Holy shit.
I would go and I'd play StarCraft and he'd play League. And then if it was like lunch break or a smoke break, if it was a smoke break, he'd come over and if I was in a game, he'd ask how long. And then, you know, I'd go out with him and whatever. And yeah, I was like that, like pretty repetitively every.
How did you guys become such good friends if you were playing
Because he was the
different
only one that
games?
spoke like Imp's English was and still is really good. Like, it's not like my Korean now; it's worse. But this is like what we were talking about the other day, where it's not about language to discern intelligence.
Right, he used
Like
the
he
right
will
words.
he will just find the right words or with body language would like he'd communicate.
Right. But if he was a pro gamer at the time, why did he like take interest in a StarCraft foreigner in the same
I
house?
think we were the closest in age. And he was just fascinated because I was like a foreigner. And Imp came from the most southern, like distant part of South Korea. He came from Jeollanam-do. And Imp, there is no foreigners.
Yeah.
So to him, I was like a fucking unicorn, in a way. Like,
And then he gets to know you, and you're actually
yeah,
alike and stuff.
we were, and he would have really dark humor, and I'd have dark humor. And there was one night at a gazebo, it was me, him, and Alan King. I think that was his ID. Alan King with one L. So Alan King. I think he was a mid laner. And it was me, him, and Alan King, and that was my first time of like truly understanding fucking Korean culture. And basically it was us, and Imp got really drunk, and he's underage drinking, whatever. I didn't know that at the time. I think we're all technically underage at that time in Korea, because the way Korean law works. So Imp is like super fucking drunk, and he's just like talking. And we're just talking about like random stuff and whatever. And yeah, it was at a gazebo. We're just sitting there, and we just sat there for a few hours, and we just like talked about like random stuff. And Imp would use really basic language and like body language, and he like told me all about his life, and then I told him all about my life. And
you became very
we
good
had a
friends.
lot of, well, we're both abandoned by our parents, and we both like were homeless at different points. Like we had a lot of similarities in bonding stuff.
So
Like
you opened
he
up
was
to
helped
each
out
other.
by a PC bong owner. He was given a place to sleep at the back of one of his PC bongs. And I was helped out by Skew, and then I was helped out by MVP, and like couch surfing and like, other stuff. So we had so many things that were similar to us, and like, I guess vitriol towards our family, and I don't know. We had a lot of bonding stuff, Imp. Also, Imp's one of the first people that ever got me like a gift. He came back from winning a tournament in China, and he wanted to go shopping because he had got his prize money, and he had no money up until then. Salaries were so bad; they were so bad. But he had gotten his prize money, and Imp is one of the most generous pros I've ever met in my life. Like just to everyone, like, which is also why. Well, no, I can say this now. Imp ran up a couple 100,000 to like over 1 million, like last year, doing stocks and like coins. But Imp legitimately did hit a point where he was like nearly broke. So Imp had made a couple million in China and then legitimately went broke, and now he's back to like being extremely well off. He was actually here last fall. He came up during Worlds. He was at the house, and what was I gonna say? Oh, we went to Eisville Outlet here in Bupyeong. It's actually not too far from here. And he offered to buy. We went to this like designer, fucking store, and he offered to buy me like anything I want, any like one piece of like whatever, and I'm like, what the fuck? Because I had no money. I was broke as fuck at the time. Anytime me and Imp went out, he always had to pay because I had no money. I had no way to fucking do anything, and he kind of like knew that, and so I don't know. He always paid for everything. I also remember the time that he cursed out one of the CGV employees because like technically we were underage, but the CGV employee did not ID me to go see. I think it was Resident Evil. Some Resident Evil came out, like Revelation or like I don't know what the fuck it was. Anyone would be able to cross-reference the dates. And we went to go see it at like midnight, and the CGV staff asked him for his ID, and he was technically still underage or something, and I was too, but the guy didn't ID me. And then the guy was just saying that like I was his guardian. Like Im tried saying like I'm his guardian. Oh, dude, he got so fucking mad he threw the popcorn down. Like fucking Imp. Oh fuck.
Huh. So it was stuff like that that showed that you cared for him, he cared for you, and that was.
Oh, dude, no. There's so many like really deep stories that I just can't talk about. With
Right,
like,
but even on the surface level, it's like you had to come to Korea out of like necessity, and then you found someone like that. It's just super
yeah.
fortunate.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh, Imp. Oh, those days were so good, and I didn't even realize it. You know, I found because of that I got access to that old email, right? Like I had all old photos. Wait, let me show you something.
Got some nice ones of Imp.
No, not of Imp. I have photos of me. Ready? I have me with black hair.
Yeah, every emo kid does, you know.
That's me on my 18th birthday.
Whoa, Nelly.
Yeah, 18th birthday. Literally like slightly after midnight. Yeah. And then what else?
Makes me think of Tasteless. The
Yep.
short sleeve shirts.
So I'm like
Bro.
19. Yep.
Bro.
Yep. Oh man.
And you save those to your email? It's so random.
It's me at 20. Or like 19.
Yep.
Yep.
So that's like right before League, correct?
Yep. This is before League.
Because I know what you look like during League, the blonde hair and like in random old houses all the time.
I'm like 18 there.
Jeez.
Yeah. Fuck. It's Imp on the moving day. It's completely passed out on the floor. It's me on the new day of the new apartment.
Which apartment?
The Samsung apartment. Crazy. Oh, that's my photo of me and Im's bed. The top one. Yep.
Let me show the class that one.
No.
Whatever.
It's fine. Fuck.
Alrighty. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Anything you want to say to wrap it up?
No, that was cathartic. I need more alcohol.
To wrap up the stream.
Just wrap up my fucking thoughts. Alright, I'm gonna go get... Yeah, we can just end here. I'm gonna go get more to drink.
Just a blank in? Nothing?
Yep, that's it.
You want to say goodbye?
Nope. I'm going to get more
Gotcha.
gin. Alright, bye. Oh,
GG.
who's that? Creepo!